Let's talk about these so-called pastors. Pastor Michael Eaddy, a CTA board member and senior pastor at People's Church of the Harvest, Church of God in Christ. Why won't he explain or tell the truth to his own congregation about why their property taxes went up? But will host a town hall at his church with other reverends, pretending he's helping the people, knowing that they're lying, and it's time to start asking questions. Why not stand outside the CPS Board of Education? Why not stand outside of City Hall? Why not stand outside the mayor's house demanding accountability? Why not stand in front of Cook County Board President Toni Preckwinkle's house? Yet, the place you did decide to stand in front of, or the other reverends that was at your church, you all decided to stand in front of Trump Tower, misleading your people. But we just saw you dining with Kamala Harris and Brandon Johnson. So guys, this same pastor, Michael Eaddy, he hosted a town hall at his church, and we went. Chicago Flips Red, we went, and it was all those pastors that were standing in front of Trump Tower, and the pastor that did the pastors that did that press conference in City Hall. And if you saw the video, we confronted them because they were lying to the people. They were talking about who's responsible. They never said who was. They was talking all around who was responsible. They know who's responsible, but because they're getting paid and they're on Brandon Johnson's board and things like that, these fake pastors, so they have to mislead the people. So we went to the town hall, and we saw he had Tyra Stamps there and Jason Irvin. And we were there, and we saw them let them get up there, Tyra Stamps and Jason Irvin, Alderman Jason Irvin, and lie to the people. Lie to the people. And so when we got up and spoke, they were very mad at us, yes, because we wanted to know why they wasn't telling the people the truth, why they wasn't telling the people the real reason why their property taxes went up, or pointing them into the right direction or the people to talk to. No, they didn't want to do that, okay? Just like we saw them stand in front of Trump Tower when CPS just raised our taxes, property taxes, $25 million more. Why didn't you all go take that to CPS? Why you didn't stand in front of that building, the CPS building? No, but you decided to stand in front of Trump Tower to mislead the people. So then we asked, we was talking to Michael Eaddy, Miss Jessica tell you about that because she wanted a meeting with them and those other him and those other fake pastors. Of course, she never, never got it. But yet we see, and I'm gonna let Miss Jessica tell you her story about what happened with him and why, they didn't give her or didn't want to meet with Chicago Flips Red. But we see, and then I see on Facebook on Brandon Johnson post that he had a dinner, but he brought he brought Kamala here, the person responsible for these illegals in our community, the person responsible for all these illegals, criminals that's here that we're dealing with, while she just brought her another $1 million house. Her, Brandon Johnson brought her there. They was in Chicago for a dinner, and guess who we see in the pictures? Pastor Michael Eaddy. So, Pastor, could that be why you are lying to your people? Could that be why you're not telling them the truth about their property taxes? Could that be because you're on the CTA board? Could that be it? So while they're getting paid, guys, because they're all together. While they're getting paid to lie to you and manipulate you, they're just, getting paid and they're lying to you. They send their people out, just like those pastors, the same pastors that stood on the side of Brandon Johnson and told you it was your duty to accept these illegal aliens and give them all your money. It was your duty to do that. They told you to ask, what would Christ do? They told you that. It was your duty. They stood by Brandon Johnson and told you they was going to take in these illegals and have them, it's Christ-like. But now, fast forward, Your property taxes had tripled, but where are they? Isn't it Christ-like to help your own people? Where's the outrage? Where is the help for the people who came to your church, had questions about and needed answers about why their property taxes tripled, and that they were not going to be able to afford those taxes, and they might lose their property? Why didn't you talk to them and tell them the truth? Yet you let them be gaslit by Tower Stamps, Alderman Jason Irvin, and the rest of you fake pastors. You just allow that. No relief for them. Is that Christ-like, Pastor? So this is what we are telling you guys. All of these pastors, these aldermen, these politicians, they're all in it together, guys. This is who they are. And they're just playing a game with you. They don't care. This is all a democratic machine here in Chicago. And they're all put in place to keep the lies going. So they're getting paid. These churches, yeah, they're getting paid from the city. All of these nonprofits, these people like this, these black voter organizations, the CTU, all of these people that's funded, that's to keep you blind and keep your money going to the Democrat, keep you on the Democratic plantation. Yeah, it's designed for that. Everybody is in it. The CTU, the pastors, your elected officials. It's all a Democratic cesspool of corruption here in Chicago. And this is what's going on. So all of the rest of those pastors that were standing in front of Trump Tower and did a press conference at City Hall that wanted to mislead you and lie to you, we will be calling you all out too. We will be telling the people who you